Good morning, everyone. Today, on the eve of Literary Fest, we are going to enact the drama Dear Departed. On this occasion, I would like to welcome our Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, and Sudha Ma'am to take their seats. A true test of people is how they behave towards the elderly. With modernization, reverence of the elderly seems to have suffered a grievous blow. All happiness to the elderly is parsimoniously measured up. Too often, the elderly suffer death by invisibility long before their physical demise.
Today, Class 9 Sunflower and Lotus are here enacting the drama The Dear Departed. The daughters in Dear Departed are very materialistic and like beasts of prey. They are only ready to pounce on the money and belongings of their father. Keeping father at home has become a tiresome burden. Looking towards the elderly has become a matter of comfort and financial aid rather than for inspiration and emotional strength. For a civilized society, a new culture of giving needs is to be ushered, and one must give to the elderly without any selfish motives. We must remember that the difference between a helping hand and an outstretched palm is only a twist of the wrist.
The Dear Departed was first produced. The Dear Departed was first produced in Manchester in 1908. Here, Horton satirizes the degradation of moral values in the British middle class. In trying to grab the things belonging to the grandfather, the children completely disregard modesty, decency, and filial obligation. The materialistic attitudes of Mrs. Slater and Mrs. Jordan come in for bitter criticism. This story, enacted in a middle-class drawing room, is narrated in natural dialogue. The characters are Mrs. Slater, Henry Slater, Mrs. Jordan, and her husband, Ben Jordan, Victoria Slater, a girl of 10, Abel Merriweather, father of Mrs. Slater and Mrs. Jordan, Mrs. Slater, Mr. Henry Slater, Victoria Slater are seen.
I'm amazed at you, Victoria. I really am. How can you gallivanting about in the street with your grandfather lying dead and cold upstairs? I don't know. Be off now. Be off now. Be off now and change your dress before your aunt Elizabeth and Uncle Ben come. It would never do for them to find you in colors. Put on your white frock with a black sash. I'm not satisfied, but it's the best we can do till our new flat's ready. And Ben and Elizabeth have never thought of morning yet, so we'll outshine them there.
Just a minute.
I'm amazed at you, Victoria. I really am. How can you gallivanting about in the street with your grandfather lying dead and cold upstairs? I don't know. Be off now and change your dress before your Aunt Elizabeth and Uncle Ben come. It would never do for them to find you in colors. Put on your white frock with a black sash. I'm not satisfied, but it's the best we can do till our new black's ready. And Ben and Elizabeth have never thought of morning yet, so we'll outshine them there.
I'm wondering if they'll come at all. When you and Elizabeth quarreled, she said she'll never set a foot in your house again.
She'll come fast enough after her share of what grandfather's left. You know how hard she can be when she likes. Where she gets it from, I can't tell.
Where are my slippers?
In the kitchen. But if you want a new pair, wear these. These are grandfather's new slippers. My heart's fit to breaking when I see those little slippers belong to grandfather lying around and think that he'll never use them again.
They are very small for me, my dear.
They'll stretch, won't they? I'm not gonna have them wasted. Henry, I've been thinking of the bureau that's in grandfather's room. You know, I always wanted it after he died.
You must arrange with Elizabeth before you divide things up.
Elizabeth's that sharp, she'll know I'm after it, and she'll drive a hard bargain over it. Why still have a low money grubbing spirit? Why should we bring it right now? We could replace it with the chest of drawers present here. Elizabeth would have never come to know that it belongs to grandfather. Come, let's do it.
They both bring the bureau. When they come down, Mrs. Slater has a clock under her arm.
I thought I would fetch this down as well. Our clock's worth nothing and this always appealed to me.
Sing songs.
They're full black. Come, come.
I couldn't come without my morning dress.
I never fancied ready-made things, so we couldn't wear full black.
What did the doctor say about grandfather?
Oh, he's not been here yet. Come, let's sit.
Not been here.
Did you send him for it once?
Of course I did. Do you take me for a fool? I sent Henry at once for Dr. Pringle, but he was out.
You should have gone for another. I think so.
Oh yes, it's a fatal mistake.
Pringle attended him when he was alive and Pringle shall attend him when he's dead. That's professional etiquette.
How did this happen?
Father had been married this morning. He went out soon after breakfast to pay his insurance.
My word, it's a good thing he did.
He was always thoughtful in that way. He was too honorable to have gone without paying his premium.
Well, he must have gone to the Ringo Bells. But afterwards, he came in as merry as a sandboy. I says, we are only waiting for Henry to start dinner. Dinner, he says, I don't want more dinner. I'm going to bed.
And when I came in, I found him undressed, short enough, snug in bed.
Yes, he had a warning. I'm sure of that. Did he know you?
Yes, he spoke to me.
Did he say he had a warning?
No, he said, Henry, would you mind taking my boots off? I forgot before I got into bed.
He must be wandering.
And after we finished dinner, I thought I would take a bit of something on a tray. He was lying there for all the world as if he was asleep. So I put the tray down on the bureau. Oh, on the chest of drawers. He was quite cold. We couldn't do anything.
He was gone?
There wasn't any doubt.
I knew he would go sudden then.
Well, will you go up and look at him right now or shall we have tea first?
If the kettle's ready, we may as well have tea first. Well, after tea, we look through his bits of things and make a list of them. There's all furniture in his room,
There are no valuables or jewelry of that sort.
except his gold watch. He promised that to our Jimmy.
Promised to your Jimmy. I never heard of that.
Oh, but he did, Amelia, when he was living with us. He was very fond of Jimmy.
Well, I don't know.
Have you got the receipt for the premium he paid this morning?
I haven't seen it. Mother,
I don't think Grandpa went to pay his insurance this morning.
he went out.
Yes, but he didn't go into the town. He met old Mr. Tattersaw down the street and went half past St. Philip's Church.
To the Ringo Bells. I'll be bound.
The Ringo Bells?
That public house that John Sherlock widow keeps. He always keeps on hanging there. Oh, if he hasn't paid it?
Do you think he hasn't paid it? Was it overdue?
I should think it was overdue.
The drunken old beggar.
He has done it on purpose, just to annoy us.
After all I've done for him, keeping up with him for these 3 years, it's nothing short of swindling.
I had to put up with him for 5 years.
And you are always trying to turn him over to us all the time.
But we don't know for certain that he's not paid the premium.
I do. It's come over me all at once that he hasn't.
Victoria, run upstairs and fetch that bunch of keys that's in your grandpa's dressing table.
In Grandpa's room?
Yes.
I don't like to.
Don't talk so silly. There's no one can hurt you. We'll see if he's locked at the precept in the bureau.
In where? In this thing?
Amelia, where did you pick this up? It's new since last I was here.
Oh, Henry picked it up one day.
I like it. It's artistic. Did you buy it in an auction?
Yes.
Grandpa's getting out. The child is crazy.
Don't talk so silly. Don't you know your grandpa's dead?
No, Grandpa is getting out. I saw him.
Scene 2 starts.
Mrs. Slater as Shreya, Henry Slater as Sagar, Ben Jordan as Rais, Mrs. Jordan as Sanya, and Abel as Ritvik. Scene 2. Grandfather enters. The door opens, revealing an old man clad in faded but gay dress. He is in his stocking feet. Although over 70, he looks vigorous and well colored. His bright, malicious eyes twinkle under his heavy eyebrows.
What's the matter with little Vicky? Hello, what brings you here? How's your son, Ben?
Grandfather, is that you?
Of course it's me, Amelia. Don't do that. What the devil do you mean by this tomfoolery?
He's not here.
Doesn't seem like it.
You have kept away long enough, Lizzie. Now you have come to see me, but you don't seem over pleased to see me.
You took us by surprise, Grandfather. Are you keeping quite well?
What?
Are you quite well?
I'm right enough, but for a bit of a headache. I don't mind betting that I'm the first person to get carried to the cemetery. I think that Henry looks none too healthy. Amelia, what the dickens did I do with my new slippers?
Aren't they by the hearth, Grandfather?
I don't see them. Why, you have got them on, Henry.
I told him to put them on. They were that new and hard. I thought they would stretch. Well, I don't call that gentle. Stepping into a dead man's shoe in such haste.
Grandpa, I am glad you're not dead.
Hold your tongue, Victoria.
What's that? Who's gone dead?
Victoria says she's sorry about your hair.
Ah, thank you, Vicky. But I'm feeling better.
He's so fond of our Victoria. He's fond of our Jimmy too. You better ask him if he promised your Jimmy his golden watch. I couldn't just now. I don't feel equal to it.
Come on now, sit you down. Let's be jolly, Amelia. Please have a seat.
Glad to see you have got an appetite, Mr. Merriweather, although you have not been so well.
Nothing serious. I've been lying down for a bit.
Been to sleep, Grandfather?
No, I have not been to sleep. Oh, I can't call exactly everything to mind, but I remember I was a bit dazed, like I couldn't move an inch, hand or foot.
And could you see and hear, Mr. Merriweather?
Yes, but I don't remember seeing anything particular.
It was all your fancy, Grandfather. I think you must have been to sleep.
I tell you, I wasn't asleep. Amelia, damn it, I ought to know.
Didn't you see Henry or Amelia coming into your room?
Now, let me think.
I wouldn't press him, Elizabeth. Don't press him.
I wouldn't worry him. Amelia, Henry. Bigard, Amelia, Henry. What the devil did you mean by shifting my bureau out of my bedroom?
What bureau was that, Father?
Why, my bureau, the one I got.
Was it that one, Father?
Ah, that's it. Trap me in baptism and talk to. What the devil's been going on in this house?
I'll tell you what's been going on in this house, Father. Nothing short of robbery. Be quiet, Elizabeth. No, I'll not be quiet. Oh, I call it double face. Remember where you are, Elizabeth.
Come, no quarreling.
My wife has every right to speak her own mind.
Then she can speak it outside, not over here.
Damn it all, will someone tell me what's been going on in this house?
I'll tell you, Father, what's been going on in this house. Amelia and Henry, they have sneaked into your room like thieves in the night and stole your bureau and clock after you were dead.
Hush.
Quiet, Elizabeth. Oh, I'll not be quiet. After you were dead, I say.
After who was dead?
You.
But I'm not dead.
No, they thought that you were dead.
Oh, that's why you're all in black today. That was a big mistake. It also didn't take you long to start dividing my things between you.
No, Grandfather. Amelia was simply trying to get hold on her own account.
Amelia, you were always a keen one. I suppose you thought the will was unfair. Did you make a will? Yes, it was locked up in the bureau.
What is in the bureau, Grandfather?
That doesn't matter now. I'm thinking of destroying it and making another one.
Grandfather, you'll not be hard on me.
Amelia, I'll trouble you for another cup of tea, 2 lumps and plenty of milk.
With pleasure, Grandfather.
I don't want to be hard on anyone. Since your mother died, I live part of the time with you, Amelia, and part of the time with you, Lizzie. And I will leave all my bits of remaining things to the person whom I am living with when I die. How does that strike you?
Grandfather, it's been long time you came to live with us again. We would make you very comfortable.
No, he's not been with us as long as with you, Elizabeth.
I may be wrong, but I don't think Father will fancy living with you after what's happened today.
So you like to have me again, Lizzie?
Of course, Grandfather, for as long as you please.
How does that strike you, Amelia?
All I can say is that, Grandfather, Elizabeth's changed in her mind in the last 2 years. Grandfather, do you know what the quarrel between us was about?
Amelia, don't be a fool.
Of course not. Grandfather, Elizabeth said she had enough of you to last a lifetime and we got to keep you.
It seems that neither of you has any cause to feel proud about the way you have treated me.
If I've done anything wrong, I'm sorry about it.
And I can't say more than that too.
It's a bit late to say it now. You neither of you cared up to put up with me.
No, Grandfather.
No, Grandfather.
You both say that because of what I have told you about leaving my money. Since you don't want me, I'll go live with someone else.
Come along, Mr. Merriweather. You have got to live with one of your daughters.
On the next Monday, I have got to do 3 things. I have got to go to the lawyer's office and alter my will. I have got to go to the insurance company and pay my premium. And I have got to go to the St. Philip's Church and get married.
What? Get married? To whom?
To Mrs. John O'Sharex, who keeps the ring of bells. We had fixed it up a good while now. I was keeping it for a bit of a pleasant surprise for you. Since you don't, I thought I was a bit of a burden to you, so I thought someone who would think it's a pleasure to look after me. We will be very glad to see you at the ceremony. Till Monday next, 12 o'clock at St. Philip's Church. It's a good thing you bought the bureau downstairs, Amelia. It will be handier to carry it across the ring of bells. Thank you.